The rise of a mogul from bad boy to global icon, Sean "Diddy" Combs. The name itself was synonymous with success, a brand built on charisma, talent, and an undeniable hustle. Sean Combs, known to many as Diddy, was a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry. From his early days as a talent scout at Uptown Records, Diddy had an innate ability to spot potential, a gift that would launch him into the stratosphere of music mogul. His keen eye for talent and his relentless drive set him apart from his peers. He founded Bad Boy Records, a label that would become a breeding ground for some of hip-hop's biggest names, the Notorious Big, Mary J. Blige, and Puff Daddy himself. The label wasn't just a business, it was a cultural movement that redefined the music industry. Diddy wasn't just making music, he was crafting culture. His influence extended beyond the studio, shaping the sound and style of a generation. His lavish lifestyle, his entrepreneurial spirit, and his undeniable charm made him a global icon, a symbol of ambition and extravagance. Diddy embodied the dream of success, living a life that many aspired to. Diddy's empire expanded beyond music. He was a visionary who saw opportunities where others saw limits. He ventured into fashion with his Sean John clothing line, a venture that would later earn him the prestigious CFDA Menswear Designer of the Year award. His influence in fashion was undeniable, setting trends and breaking boundaries. He dipped his toes into the world of television with Making the Band, a reality show that provided a raw and unfiltered look into the grueling process of creating a music group. The show was a hit, further cementing his status as a multifaceted mogul. And he wasn't afraid to take risks, investing in ventures like Kirok Vodka, a partnership that would transform the brand into a billion-dollar success story. His business acumen was as sharp as his musical talent. Diddy, it seemed, could do it all. His versatility and ability to reinvent himself kept him relevant in an ever-changing industry. He was a master of reinvention, constantly evolving and pushing boundaries. His speeches and public appearances were always inspiring, motivating countless individuals to chase their dreams. But behind the dazzling smile and the carefully curated image, a darker narrative was beginning to emerge. The pressures of fame and success often come with a heavy price. Whispers of troubling behavior of a darker side to the mogul started to circulate. The media began to dig deeper, uncovering stories that painted a different picture of the man behind the brand. These initial allegations, often brushed aside as rumors or jealousy-fueled attacks, would soon escalate into a storm that threatened to dismantle everything Diddy had built. The world watched as the icon faced one of the biggest challenges of his career, a test of resilience and character. Whispers in the shadows, early allegations surface. The first cracks in Diddy's carefully constructed facade began to appear years ago. Allegations of a volatile temper, of a man used to getting his way, surfaced from former employees and associates. There were whispers of inappropriate behavior towards women, hushed stories of encounters that left a bitter aftertaste. These whispers at first were easily dismissed. After all, this was the music industry, a world often associated with excess and indulgence. One incident, however, cast a particularly long shadow. In 1999, Diddy was involved in an altercation at a New York City nightclub that resulted in gunfire. He and then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez fled the scene, and while Diddy maintained his innocence, the incident fueled the narrative of a man living on the edge, whose wealth and influence could be used to shield him from consequences. Despite the controversy, Diddy's star continued to rise. His music topped the charts, his businesses flourished, and his public persona remained largely unscathed. But the whispers persisted. The allegations, though often vague and lacking concrete evidence, painted a picture of a man who abused his power, who used his position to intimidate and silence. As Diddy's empire grew, so too did the unease surrounding his behavior. The stage was set for a reckoning, a moment when the whispers would transform into a roar that could no longer be ignored. A Netflix expose, 50 Cent fans the flames. The simmering tension surrounding Diddy's alleged dark side reached a boiling point with the announcement of a Netflix documentary produced by none other than Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. This project has been the talk of the town, stirring up conversations and debates across various platforms. A longtime rival of Diddy, 50 Cent had never been one to shy away from controversy, and his involvement in the project signaled a no-holds-barred expose. Known for his fearless approach, 50 Cent's decision to take on this project was seen as a bold move, one that could potentially reshape the narrative around Diddy. The documentary, 50 Cent promised, would delve into the underbelly of Diddy's empire, exposing the truth behind the carefully curated image. This promise has intrigued many, as Diddy has long been a figure of both admiration and controversy in the music industry. 50 Cent, never one to mince words, claimed to have been aware of Diddy's alleged behavior for years. His candidness about the situation has added a layer of authenticity to the documentary, making it a must-watch for those interested in the hidden facets of the music world. He teased explosive revelations, hinting at a pattern of abuse and manipulation that stretched back decades. These hints have only fueled the anticipation, with many speculating about the specific details that will be unveiled. One particularly damning piece of evidence presented by 50 Cent was a video featuring Mark Curry, a former associate of Diddy's. Curry's testimony has been a focal point, providing a first-hand account of the alleged misconduct. In the video, Curry alleges that Diddy would drug women with champagne, rendering them incapacitated and vulnerable. This shocking claim has brought to light the darker aspects of Diddy's lifestyle, raising serious questions about his actions and ethics. The footage sent shockwaves through social media, further tarnishing Diddy's already tarnished reputation. The viral nature of the video has ensured that the allegations reached a wide audience, sparking widespread outrage and calls for accountability. The documentary, though still in production, has already had a significant impact on public perception of Diddy. The ongoing discussions and debates indicate that the final release will be highly influential, potentially altering the public's view of the music mogul. It has given a voice to alleged victims who, for years, felt silenced by fear and intimidation. The platform provided by the documentary has empowered these individuals to share their stories, contributing to a broader conversation about abuse in the industry. 50 Cent's involvement, while undoubtedly fueled by personal and professional rivalries, has shone a spotlight on the dark underbelly of the music industry, forcing a long-overdue conversation about power, abuse, and accountability. His role in this exposé underscores the importance of addressing these issues head-on, regardless of the personal stakes involved. Section 4. The Wall's close-in sex trafficking charges and a shocking arrest. The storm that had been brewing around Diddy finally broke on September 15, 2024. In a stunning turn of events, the music mogul was arrested and charged with multiple felonies, including sex trafficking, forced labor, and obstruction of justice. The charges stemmed from an FBI investigation into allegations that Diddy was involved in a vast sex trafficking ring, exploiting vulnerable individuals for personal gain. Federal agents descended upon Diddy's multiple residences, armed with search warrants. What they uncovered sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Thousands of bottles of lubricant and baby oil were seized, evidence, authorities alleged, of Diddy's involvement in depraved gatherings known as freak-offs. These events, according to witnesses, were orgies where Diddy and his associates would coerce and manipulate individuals into performing sex acts. The most damning piece of evidence, however, was the alleged discovery of recordings of these freak-offs. The footage, if authentic, promised to provide a chilling glimpse into the dark underbelly of Diddy's world, revealing the extent of his alleged depravity. Diddy's arrest sent shockwaves through the music industry and beyond. The man who had once been a symbol of success, who had built an empire on charisma and talent, was now facing the possibility of life in prison. Section 5. Behind closed doors, the freak-offs, and a trail of victims. As details of the allegations against Diddy emerged, a disturbing picture began to form. The media was abuzz with shocking revelations, and the public was left in a state of disbelief. The freak-offs, once whispered about rumors, were now at the center of the sex trafficking charges. These events, shrouded in mystery, had long been the subject of speculation and gossip. These gatherings, hosted at Diddy's various mansions, were allegedly shrouded in secrecy, with an air of exclusivity that made them all the more alluring to those on the outside. Attended by a revolving door of young and vulnerable individuals, lured by the promise of fame, fortune, or simply a taste of the high life, these parties were a magnet for those seeking to make it big in the entertainment industry. Witnesses, many of them former associates of Diddy, painted a harrowing picture of what transpired at these events. Their testimonies revealed a dark underbelly of manipulation and exploitation. They described a pattern of coercion and manipulation, where individuals were systematically pressured into compromising situations. with Diddy and his inner circle using their power and influence to pressure individuals into participating in sexual acts. The atmosphere at these parties was one of control and dominance. The thousands of bottles of lubricant and baby oil seized from Diddy's homes along with other incriminating items painted a grim picture of the activities that took place behind closed doors, along with the alleged recordings of the freak-offs lent credence to these disturbing accounts. The evidence was mounting, and it was becoming increasingly difficult to dismiss the claims as mere rumors. One of the most vocal accusers was Lil Rod, Diddy's former producer. His willingness to speak out added a layer of credibility to the allegations. Rod claimed that he had witnessed firsthand the dark side of Diddy's world, providing detailed accounts of the events he had seen and experienced. Alleging that he himself had been pressured into participating in the freak-offs, Rod's testimony was a chilling reminder of the power dynamics at play. He provided a list of high-profile celebrities who he claimed were present at these events, further fueling the scandal. The involvement of well-known figures added a new dimension to the controversy. The accounts of the freak-offs sent chills down the spines of those following the case. The public reaction was one of shock and horror as more details came to light. The allegations painted a picture of a man who had completely succumbed to his darkest impulses, using his position to exploit those around him. Using his wealth and power to exploit and abuse, Diddy had created an environment where his desires reigned supreme, and the vulnerable were left to suffer the consequences.